It's a racy-pacey, action-packed sort of sports. Let's get the show started now. My colleague Yemi Adebayo is with me in the studio. Yemi, good to have you on the show.
Oscar, always a pleasure to be here to take viewers on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. And there's a lot happening. Never a dull moment in the world of sports. And that's why we're here.
That's right. I love the way Yemi says money-spinning world of sports. The money is going around now. You know, it's a silly season. Transfers here and there. We told you the update. Morgan Schneiderlin has left Manchester United to Everton, and some players will still move to China too. The money is there. But let's go to Lome, Togo. So fasten your seatbelt. We'll play some tennis. We told you the story of Team Nigeria. The competition, remember, Nigeria defending champions, and we have a lot of upcoming names that you should be talking about. Yeah, but this one is so good for the future. The team camped at Ado-Ekiti in Ekiti State before leaving under the guidance of Coach Mohamed Ubali. They played games today in Togo and lost just one. This is a good one for the country.
Always a good one. It's always good to look ahead. It's always to look past the immediate gains of going to tournaments. As good as victories are, you should also enjoy the ride. Success is a journey. It's not a destination, and that's why things like this it makes me happy. It just shows that we have a bright future. And you talk about some names, Igbinovia, Oshewa.
That's right.
You know, all of these guys are names that we should just write somewhere, and we're doing something right. In spite of all the doom and gloom, all the negatives that you can pick from 2016, this is heartwarming. Right. These are the kind of things we love to see. That we're not just trying to jump up, we're trying to gradually climb up and ensure that when we do win something, it will be sustained.
That's right.
And this is the only way to go.
Boys and girls category, and some pictures right there from the training camp in Ado-Ekiti. Coach Mohamed Ubali, the boys, the girls, they were warming up, getting ready, and it paid off. They are now in Lome, Togo, and they got off to a flying start. I'll just run through some of the results from the under-16 boys. Yemi told you, put those names down. Very, very important, because 10 years from now, these guys might just become future champions of tennis. Michael Oshewa of Nigeria defeated El Haya of Cote d'Ivoire 4-6, 6-2, 6-3. Wilson Igbinova, Yemi also mentioned his name, defeated Ouattara Maiga from Burkina Faso, 6-1, 6-2. Under 16 girls, some of the girls you're watching right now, Aderemi Omolade defeated Pocha 6-1, 6-0. Ayola Michael defeated Foma Omar of Mali 6-4, 7-6. Yemi, there's also a Nigerian sensation. She's just 13 years old. Her name is Oyinlomo Quadri. And I said to the guys in the morning that if Oyinlomo Quadri are just 13, is giving us this to talk, 10 years from now, Yami, she's just 23. So if we invest properly, that's a future champion right there.
Yeah, I mean, I remember what Tony Nadal saw in his cousin, Rafael, and groomed the young man. The rest is history, that's right. As we say. And talking about Oyinlomo Quadri, champion in her own right, and she's going to be taken to the courts tomorrow. We're hoping that you know, she gets to win and her progress continues. And also, like you said, I'm not looking at the results at this stage. The fact that they get the opportunity to pitch their wits against the best in Africa at that age grade category, the fact that they are getting tournament exposure, all of those things counts. And hopefully in time to come, they'll get to go to events that give them ranking points. I mean, others guys who go to the junior events at the Wimbledon, at all those Grand Slam events, they don't have two heads. So if we can organize ourselves, one thing I've seen is that when it comes to sports, the gap is not as wide as we think it is. The fact is that people from this part of the world don't get as much as opportunities than their counterparts on the other side do get. And you know, like we've always say here, if you're used to doing something, it becomes part of you. And that's why Serena Williams' father could say when the whole world started seeing Venus, and he said, look, don't waste your time. I have another girl. She's better than this one. A lot of us thought he was cocky, he was arrogant, but history has shown that but he knew what he invested in those girls, and you know, while you're growing, the things that you do. I remember Michael Phelps taking a picture with A.M. Top at some point.
That's right.
Look at what he has become today. Nobody knew him then, but the desire, the passion, and everything wasn't there. And he got the opportunities with all of these tournaments that we're talking about today.
And Yemi was in a country that provided an enabling environment. And
that happens to be the springboard for that rise.
That's right.